Hello! Welcome to another DoBlue.com video review. This time, as promised, we're taking a look at the Jurassic Park Limited Edition Blu-ray Trilogy. I apologize, this is a large box, and it's extremely hard to get within the frame, so it's going to be a kind of tight review. But, as you can see already, inside this box with the horrible overhead lighting is a statue, and we will get to that in a minute. Lots to talk about with that, I can assure you. On the top, pretty straightforward stuff. Again, the lighting is going to make this extremely difficult, but you have all the lettering that you need. List of all three movies there on the bottom, and of course on the bottom here as well. The sides have the gorgeous Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy logo. Again, all three movies, as if you weren't aware of that already. I'm hitting the camera, sorry about that. Oh, a little nod up here for the digital copy and the Blu-rays inside. The back is pretty straightforward. Kind of obviously has a nice box design with the JP lettering there on the side. I like that. Down here you get the Universal and Amblin Entertainment, and this side is exactly the same as well. When you purchase this set, you'll take off the plastic and you'll see this thing. I'm actually going to get that out of the frame for now. So you can see this. This is the whole layout of the box set, including what you get picture from each of the three movies shot of Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic Park 1 there, and actually Lost World, now I think about it, with the Stegosaurus. You can see the statue, hours of bonus features, including all the DVD features too. So this is a complete set. If you are looking for a nice Jurassic Park set, this is definitely the way to go, regardless of other issues we will discuss in a minute. This isn't glued on, this just falls right off, so you are good to go as soon as you open this up. So, we want to get into this. We're going to open this up. It opens on the top. It is a flip lid, so it opens like that, and in this corner right here, after you pull off this plastic, is your Jurassic Park Trilogy. We're going to put this to the side. We'll get to the statue, don't worry. And here's the set standard. This is exactly what you get if you just decide to buy the standard set, which is going for about 50 bucks right now. I'm sure you can find it for less. And behind that is the certificate of authenticity for this limited edition. I will say no one is going to question whether or not this is authentic, and you'll see why in a minute. So this is the basic set. Like I said, if you buy it in the stores, great packaging here. I love this. Another same shot we saw on the back, except for a little bit wider. All the features, it's a nice gel lock case. Disney uses these all the time, so that's totally fine. You get your digital copies, of course. This is a slide case, just like Back to the Future. But, unlike Back to the Future, the DVDs are actually in a much better position and lock cases. The back, straightforward. This is, again, the same back as on the other one. I know I didn't show it, but it's the same back. You got the side there, Ultimate Trilogy. And we open this up to a fairly nice fairly nice art design here. Card for digital copy, Cowboys vs. Aliens. Inside here also is a code for the Jurassic Park video game, which I have not downloaded yet, so I'm not going to show you that because I actually kind of want it. So once we get into here, here's all three discs. Obviously they share the same design, but what I like about this set, A, they're on the actual clip cases, and B, this artwork is actually pretty freaking gorgeous. These are just great montage shots from the movie. Of course, Lost World and then JP3. They pick some good art. It's really mixed together really well. It feels really natural. It looks great. It really gives this set kind of the prestige it deserves. I'll say that for it. Even if the disc art isn't anything spectacular, not that I expect that. It's obviously a minor complaint, but you know, one of the logos or something on the discs would have been nice. Flips open, here are all of your extras listings. Each disc gets a return to Jurassic Park, at least one of those. Those are really the only new features here, other than some bonus stuff like the making of the video game, which is purely just a promo. Only disc with a commentary is Jurassic Park 3. That is with the special effects team. Spielberg, as always, does not do commentaries. So we're going to move this over to the side very briefly and look at why you are paying $85 for this set and why you are being ripped off in the process. So, hinge in plastic, and to be totally honest, I haven't even taken it out of this yet once. There was a twist tie on the tail, which I've taken off, and I've tried to get this out of here, but honestly I'm terrified of the thought, because this statue, first of all, is stupid, because the T-Rex never came through, of course, the Jurassic Park gates. Why would it? This should have been either in the visitor center at the end of the first movie or breaking out of the electrical fencing that it does, of course, in its iconic first appearance in the movie. But for whatever reason, it's coming out of here. Okay, fine. The T-Rex, even though the mold isn't exactly all that great, it doesn't really say, hey, I'm the Jurassic Park T-Rex. It is molded well. It's a very thick plastic. And the reason I don't want to get this out of here is this base is like the cheapest, thinnest plastic on the planet. I'm actually not sure how the T-Rex is secured. This is also hollow. It's a very cheap plastic. The painting on the flames is quite weak. The U actually should have, this is a really minor nitpick, but things like this drive me nuts. The U up here should have far more orange than yellow. That's just how the Jurassic Park font works. You know, there's some plants down here. I guess the details, okay, there's the track for the cars to go down. Okay, fine. But man, this thing is cheap. This is totally not worth $85. And again, I don't know why they chose this design. I don't know who sculpted this. On the bottom, you know, there's some basic information, made in China, private Universal Studios. A couple pads there to keep it from moving anywhere if you actually want to display this. Like I said, there's really no reason to take this out of here, and again, I don't really want to because I'm seriously afraid I'm going to pop something off. Extremely cheap on Universal's part. As you can see, the tail kind of wraps around just a little bit to the other side. But it's a weak sculpt. It doesn't make sound. It doesn't light up. It doesn't do anything spectacular. It is literally what you are looking at right here. Now, here's the big qualm I have with this, though, is back in the day of DVD, I purchased a similar set. I'm trying to get it into the box off camera here. I purchased a similar set for DVD. And even though this was more expensive, and it doesn't come with anything, you know, spectacular, it's just classy. It's done very well. It's a magnetic seal. You know, it's had some wear over the years from me cleaning it and trying to keep it up. But I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous. You know, you get both movies. You get certificate of authenticity, which unfortunately over the years got wet somehow. You know, here's the back. I'm just going to go through this brief. I'm not going to review the whole thing or anything. You get film cells from Jurassic Park and The Lost World. You get a whole bunch of like lobby cards. I love that pick, by the way, of Spielberg. And you get the soundtrack, which are exclusive to this edition only. It's the only way to get the collector's edition soundtracks. So it's obviously a gorgeous set, and there's obviously a lot more going on here in terms of style and flair. And this, I mean, it was more expensive. I understand this is probably new. It was about $120. You can get it a hell of a lot cheaper now. So if you want it, definitely pick this version up. Maybe slap the Blu-rays into the sides. They won't be a perfect fit, but hey, you know, it's better than paying $85 for a statue with very little going for it. I don't know why they I don't know why they chose this. I think Jurassic Park is worth more than a cheap statue. Clearly, also, I think it's kind of important to note, this is a pretty big box. This is the biggest box set that I have reviewed to date. It certainly shows. I'll do a quick size comparison here, but obviously, I don't think there's any question this isn't going to fit on any standard shelf. Get this shut here for you. It doesn't really shut unless you line it up, and the plastic is all in there, right? There we go. So, again, you're going to get that glare. Sorry about that. Typical Blu-ray. Clearly, it all fits within the frame there, and then we have a DVD, which again, completely does not fit up to the top. So, it's a big box. It's also quite wide, but again, I can't really get that in camera. But the DVD is still smaller than the box, so you're going to have some trouble with making this fit. And again, honestly, I don't recommend it. If you want something, you know, maybe a little fancier, Best Buy is offering a steelbook version of this. They want 50 some odd bucks for it, which I don't really know if that's worth it just for, you know, steel type tin case. But if you want something fancy to celebrate the movies, that's the way to do it. Universal didn't in terms of video on these discs. All of them have clear signs of edge enhancement, a little bit of DNR, but it's not horrific. But as far as audio goes, these three discs are referenced across the board, and again, you're getting all of your extras, everything you ever wanted from the DVDs, and plus some new stuff. I've watched almost all of them, and they're really nice featurettes. At times a little, you know, oh, it was wonderful to work with, blah, 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 but there's some real nice honesty about how hard it was to make these movies. So, you know, recommended in terms of the discs, even if the video isn't quite up to par. But full reviews over on doblue.com. I'll throw links up. You can also buy this set with the Amazon link in the little synopsis of the video down there. So, thanks for watching, and enjoy the box set if you bought it.